What is up, everybody? We're back again with another episode today. I got something real special today. I got some, I got some notes regarding to the topic of the demo you guys saw. So, but we got a special guest onto the show. My man, I want you to tell the fans what your name is and how you been. How you doing?
My name is Juice. I'm doing good. I'm just grateful to be on this platform with everybody, and let's just get wiser today.
Yes, sir,
Juice, what's goody? What's goody, Juice? All right.
What's up,
Hey,
man?
my man
how you
Juice,
been,
all
man?
the way. Hey, Hermes, my man Juice, all the way from the West Coast, San Diego.
Yeah, Southern California.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Boston West Coast in the building.
Yes, sir.
East Coast roots, though. Let's not get it twisted.
Yes, Maryland born and raised.
Maryland born and raised, baby. Let's go.
All right. With that being said, this is the Basketball Truth and Knowledge. I'm your co-host, Aramis.
I'm Ray Daniels. And we got our special guest, Juice.
Yeah, we got a special guest right here. All right, let's go ahead and get right into it. All right. So you guys already see the thumbnail of the video today. Derrick Rose just retired yesterday. He did make a cryptic video regarding, just a little message to show that he won't be playing this next season, and letting people know that it's coming to this point where he's done all he could and he's just done. He did 16 years in the league. He got waived by the Memphis Grizzlies. So it not only was it that Memphis waived him, he told Memphis that he wants to leave because he's reached his point where he has accomplished his goals, his rewards, and everything that he's did for the NBA. He feel like that it's time, due to his injuries, due to everything that he has been through. And so I want you guys' perspective on his retirement. How do you guys feel about it?
Well, I think that let me go ahead and start with it. Derrick Rose was a tremendous player, freak athlete. I think that his body of work speak for itself. But what I will say is that he would have been even that next level guy had it not been for injuries.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He had some injuries early in his career that kind of held him back, so to say. But I remember watching him when he first came in, and he was the big hype everything. And he had to, he definitely has the work ethic and things of that nature. I think that, the one or two injuries he had, put him a step back. But I would say definitely, excellent career. I definitely feel like that he's going to be a Hall of Famer. I'm not for sure if he's going to make the first round ballot or not. But at the end of the day, I think the man should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that too. But I do got some kind of concerns that he may not make it though, because his probability is a 10.2 in the 10.5%. Not sure that's a good sign regarding him going to the Hall of Fame. But without a doubt, I mean, like you said, like he's an incredible NBA player. Based off his performance and the way how he's developed his way into the game, his dominance, his explosive, and just the way how he was able to lead a Chicago Bulls team to a 62 and 20 record, and to lead them into their first Eastern Conference Finals ever, since Michael Jordan. And like that's
right. Yeah, that's a heavy feat. I think he made an All-Star team about 5 times.
Yeah, he did. No, I actually got it down here in my notes. He made the All-Star. 3 times from 2010 to 2012.
Okay.
He's a 3-time All-Star, NBA Most Valuable Player, NBA Rookie of the Year, All
Oh,
NBA
yeah.
First Team 2011, NBA All Rookie First Team 2009, and he's a 2-time gold medalist. So
Yeah. So I mean, with that resume, I mean, Juice, how you feel about that? What you think about that, Juice?
Man, like not to throw gasoline on the fire, or just to build on what you said, like injuries, man. I think he was really one of the special catalysts of the league, man. Like being young, he got in the league like 2008. I was like 9 years old. Being young, I remember like he was larger than life for like a couple good seasons, and it's just the
Right.
fact that I think he will get into the Hall of Fame, just like you said, just off of the strength of real basketball fans and knowing how great he was if it wasn't for the injuries. I do think it's kind of good, like not trying to be gloom, but it was kind of good that he's retiring because we all know he had like a comeback a couple seasons ago, like just try to come back and show a little bit of old Derrick Rose. But
Right.
it was like we was kind of giving him a golf clap, like thank you for the effort, buddy. Like we miss you. So it was like I'd rather just remember Derrick Rose how he was, amazing player.
mhm.
Right. Right. Kudos to that. Kudos to that. Shout out Derrick Rose. Come join us on the podcast, Derrick. We out here. We out here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he got a birthday coming up. He
yeah,
got a
I'm gonna
birthday
try to
coming
pull
up
some
October.
strings, try to get him on the show with us, man. I'm gonna pull some strings, but
Man, listen, I tell you, I tell you. Yeah, I think you're gonna be fine though. At the end of the day, every dog has his day. You know what I mean? So he can't play forever. But at the end of the day, I think his body of work speaks for itself. I would like to see him, in his second career, so to say, that maybe he get into coaching or even get in some kind of talk show or even be an analyst. Because I think that with that kind of
I feel
resume,
like
even making Olympic team, this and that, he brings a lot of information and wealth, and he could probably give back a lot to the next man up.
right, and to be honest, like his son could be next up too because his son is involved in basketball too,
Okay.
and I seen a few like AAU tournament
Okay.
like tournament games of
Okay.
his son. And I'm not gonna lie, his son has the same resemblance in D Rose as far as like the free throw line shot where he does little like ball over his head. Like
Yeah.
he has a similar shot just like his father did. And I feel like his son could be the up next coming greatness.
Yeah. Well, I
Rose,
know right now at Max Prep, Max Prep is follows high school, athletics through, every sport. But I remember seeing on Max Prep that Carmelo Anthony, son out of New York, is the number one rated player in the country
he
right
is
now.
number one player of the year, and
Yeah. Number one
he's
rated player
looking.
in the country.
Yep, and to be honest, Syracuse is definitely on that list for him to go to. I mean, he already like got a visit to Syracuse.
Nah,
Uh,
it's a slam dunk. He gonna bring the orange back. He gonna bring the orange juice back because his dad went there,
yeah,
so he got the
of
connection.
course he is because
You
I
know
mean,
what
I
I
mean,
mean?
I
He don't
mean,
I
have to
like
go
his
there,
son.
but it would be nice to see him go there because at the end of the day, you want to see a mix up. Like I love Duke and all that. I'm tired of seeing Duke.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
You
not
know
gonna
what I
lie.
mean? I like North Carolina,
Everybody
but at the
going
end
to
of the
Duke
day,
for
we got
some
all of these
reason, bro.
schools. Send them to DC and to Georgetown, something. Let's
Yeah.
get it.
I'll
I
probably
mean,
say
You know
I,
what
I'll
I'm
probably
saying?
say North
I like his
Carolina.
son. I like his son attitude though already. Like y'all know he ain't do nothing in the league yet, but he's very confident. You can see the clips. Banter like saying he better than his father. It's all jokes and stuff. But
Oh
I like
yeah,
his mentality. Like I'm the best on the floor already.
I love the competitive mindset he got going on. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie because think about it. That's how Melo was. Melo was always the type of player to be as much dominant and be like, you know what? I don't care who guarded me. I'm gonna
Yo,
I'm gonna give you buckets. The
yo, Melo
same way,
came to Syracuse and won his freshman year, done,
right?
and
So
then went to the league.
I
I'm out.
really think Kion Anthony could definitely do the same, but I feel like each player has their own way of playing the game. Like Melo,
Right.
he did that in his first career in Syracuse, and then just boom, right into the league.
Right. The only
He
knock on
became
Melo is that he got shorter because obviously he didn't win a chip. So we can go down a list of a lot of great Hall of Famers who didn't win a chip. You had Melo, you got Charles Barkley, you had Reggie Miller. We can go down the list on some boys who, man, top dogs and just didn't slide in that slot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I'm gonna look him up though. What's his son name? What's D-Rose's son? I gotta go, check him out on some YouTube or something. I mean, I'm not familiar with that guy.
Yeah, let me go ahead and look it up right now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like this was like a few years ago where his son started like developing to play ball, and then we haven't seen him now. But
I'm gonna pose a question to you, Juice. So is the young Anthony better than a spring chicken Bronny James? Can he give us some business?
I haven't seen enough Carmelo Anthony's son to like really state that. But what I can say is, even with Bronny's father, it's very PC. You know what I'm saying? His attitude is very correct all the time. So I'm not gonna say he don't got that dog in him, but it's just that, like I said, it goes back to that attitude. It goes back to that mentality of a killer mentality. That's what we want.
Right. Point taken. He very well coached.
he
very
is
well coached and groomed. He won't speak out of turn or none of that.
Right, and and to my opinion on that, I definitely think that as far as Kai and Bronny, well, for one thing, Bronny is he doesn't seem the type of player to be as much as like a trash talker. He doesn't seem too much, too obvious to be, to be dominant. I mean, see, but with Kyan, he gets that mentality from his father a lot. Like I don't care who you is. Like I'm better than you. It doesn't matter today. Like he's very he's more competitive than Bronny is. He's more competitive than Bronny.
So Amos, it's called New York State of Mind. Stand up New York State of Mind. Let's get it.
And they're always gonna be like that. That's why I say that like even if they was to play 1-on-1, I would have to go with Carmelo Anthony's son because I feel like
well 1-on-1. To be in fairness, he's taller because I know he's got to be taller.
But the thing is, he's more he's more skilled. Bronny, I mean, don't get me wrong, like Bronny is skilled too, but
I think that I wouldn't say so much skill because that's still yet to be seen. But what I will say,
But I have
to me,
seen
he looks
Kai
like he's
Anthony,
a better athlete. Sometimes you have those certain kids just athletically, you can't do nothing about it. Athletics speak for itself.
But I mean, like I have seen Kai Anthony play. Like since he was, since he was in middle school until now. Like I have watched him throughout the years. And Melo training him, taking him to a gym, training him, and like pushing him to get better. And
let's make sure we know that Melo, stand up Maryland, Baltimore in the building. Let's make sure we understand that he come from Maryland in the house. That's Baltimore representative.
I did not know that. I did not
know that. I don't want to get off the topic, but let's shout out for Maryland for making a lot of ballers, man. KD,
man, listen, Baltimore, yeah.
Mike Beasley, Ty Lawson,
man, all of them cats. The Airmans might not know that, but all them cats that Juice just said, straight up Baltimore dogs.
Yeah, see, I know. I know about that at all, man.
Yeah, Melo came from Baltimore, bro. Born and raised in Maryland. Let's get it.
Yeah,
be more in the building.
Yeah, but I mean.
So wait. Let me just say this too. Angel Reese, be more in the building. Let's talk about it.
She's from Baltimore too.
She's from Baltimore. Let's talk about it.
I see why she got the little competitive shit she got going on, man. I see why she
was homegrown, went to Maryland. It didn't work out in Maryland. She transferred to LSU and her career took off because it just didn't work in LA. But she Baltimore raised. Let's go. Shout out to Maryland. Let's go. Maryland got hoopers. Maryland got hoopers. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I guess I was drinking out the wrong faucet though, because I didn't get the height or nothing. But
Hey, I think you speak for all of us. I'm 5'11", so I'm a few inches short.
Hey man, I'm 5'7", man. It's how it really
same thing,
is.
5'8". So it's like, hey, shout out to my state though, man.
Man, Maryland represent.
Yeah, represent. But yeah, but I mean, like, because Melo said that I guess he was asked about like or he was asked about something, but he did state that Kai Anthony is gonna have to learn a lot from Bronny and Zaire Wade as
Yeah,
far as the game of basketball, and I definitely do agree on that. I feel like he's gonna have to learn a lot more than Bronny because Bronny and Z Wade were probably almost in the same class because they did play on the exact same team at at Sierra Canyon High School.
oh
They
yeah,
played on the exact same team, and then Zaire Wade went into the league, but he did the G League. I don't know where he's at right now. And then Bronny came in right after him.
right, right.
Now,
Okay.
but now we're seeing Melo's son coming in, and then he's getting a chance to go to Syracuse. If he does go to Syracuse, which I know he is,
Mhm.
it's just gonna be like all eyes on him now because knowing that he is number rank in the ESPN, like leaderboard as best in the states, like that's big. Like like I'm not
Right,
sure
right.
if Melo was what was number one or not. Maybe he was,
I don't know
but
if he was number one in high school, but I know definitely he was in the top. He was in the top census at Max Prep coming out.
yeah, yeah,
Coming out of
that's what I
coming
mean.
out of Baltimore. I don't know exactly where he was at Max Prep, but he was
I
definitely
can look into
top
that.
dog in Baltimore coming out at the time.
Yep.
So let me say this. That's a great point. And now thinking about D Wade's son. So this is the thing. Like maybe not on my news feed. I'm just trying to remember. I haven't really seen too many like highlight crazy plays from Bronny, coming up. But like D Wade's son and Carmelo Anthony's son, they've been popping up. Like, it's that buzz. And I was just
Yeah,
explaining, I was actually having this conversation with my wife the other day. Like, it's the difference between Bronny and Bron already because Bron been the best player on every level, on every floor he been on since he was like 8 years old.
man. Since AAU, Bronny broke the stage and at the AAU Nationals down in
Yeah, I mean,
Florida.
yeah, I really feel like I gotta look in more to his compliments. But like, I'm saying like these people are just popping up out of nowhere without me looking. Bronny was more of like just because he's his son for me. So it's like I had to see him play more.
Right,
And I'm
right.
gonna say this too because this is the reason why because I know Brodney has put this, like he has established everything as far as him being the next upcoming NBA player once his father retires, and hopefully to see where he'll grow in the establishment of being in the NBA. Not only is LeBron James' son, he is avoiding most of the media out here in the world because he doesn't want to get his head all wrapped up around like, oh, like I've only got this far because I'm LeBron James' son. No, he's here to make a name for himself. He's here to try to ignore all the all the talking and all the disregards about Bronny. Like he just trying to show everybody like I'm not just LeBron James' son. I'm Bronny James, and I'm here to
Right.
make a
Yeah.
name for
Yeah.
myself.
So
Not because I'm
that's a double edged sword though. I'm like even if he took the route of like I'm LeBron James' son and was cooking, he would be the hottest thing like fish
yeah.
grease out here. But if you don't show up, then you could be out of the league. And I think the same thing kind of happened to. I ain't gonna say it happened to him, but like the same story happened to LaMelo Ball with his dad talking. You
Oh
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
Alonzo Ball with his dad talking. Excuse my not LaMelo, Alonzo, the first one. When his dad
Yeah.
was talking, everybody had a target on his back. And I think Alonzo is not as bad as everybody viewed him, but it just made him a villain because like he was making outlandish statements. So
But
I
that
get
made him so much better though.
yeah.
And because he knew he for one thing he came here, he wasn't big, but he was skinny, and he was light. So if it hadn't been for LeVar, then yeah, like Lonzo would have had somewhat of a much better chance in the league. But ever since his father
Well,
had,
well, well. Let me say this for that. So yeah, Juice, you're right. It is a double-edged sword, but the sword sharpens on both ends you can sharpen it on both ends of it because on one talk you can say, okay, Lonzo Ball, you come into the league, you have no hype, now you just a journeyman. You feel what I'm saying? And then, or
Yeah.
you could say Bronny. If Bronny only get it because obviously LeBron is the best player on the planet at this point in time, bar none. We won't get into that, Aaron, but you know how I feel about LeBron. We won't talk about all of that for 21 years. But at the end of the end of the
about some
day,
juicing, like this man juicing, like bro, get out of here with that, bro. Yo, Juice, man, this man said Brian be juicing, man, because look how big he is, how fit he is, man.
man, listen, 21 years in the league, no
He
injuries.
ain't
Come on, bro.
juicing,
Even Kobe
bro.
had an injury, and
Ah,
he's 41 years old
He
and
ain't
still
juicing.
and
He
never
just
missed a
fit.
season, and still the best. He's top five. He's top five. I would say arguably top five or top four in the league right now at 41. Whatever you're
so
taking,
you know what I
LeBron,
gotta say
please
to
give me
that.
some. Can I
You
get
know what
some
I
of
gotta
that,
say to that,
LeBron?
Ray?
I need a little bit of that juice, LeBron. Please send it this way. Ship it over here. I need that.
Bro, he
You know
ain't
what I gotta say to
juicing,
that,
man.
Ray?
What you mean?
Juice, how you
You know
feel?
what I gotta
Juice,
say to
Juice, how you
that?
feel about that, Juice? How you feel? Is LeBron juicing or not?
Honestly, be honest, and especially because like LeBron, if you out there, you my favorite player, bro. I don't think so. But if he was, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Oh my
he
god!
giving the
No,
great
Let's
moments.
go.
You know, if he was, like,
Let's
don't matter.
go.
ain't no way, y'all.
I
Yo,
look, you know what I'm saying? If
nah,
it wasn't
bro.
for the juice, if it is juice, if it wasn't for the juice, we wouldn't have these iconic moments. So keep doing what you're doing, whatever you're doing, bro.
Man, listen, I need a bottle of that. You know what I'm saying? Shout
But
out
say he
Bernie,
need
you
a
know,
pour,
man.
he need to pour you
Whoever
a little
Bernie's medical
something.
guy is, ship me a bottle. I'm gonna go ahead and sample that tea. Let me sample some of that tea.
Hey, hey,
Oh my
he was
god,
on
bro.
Space
We is
Jam with
not bringing
the
this
stuff,
up
the
right now.
bottle.
We,
You
we're
know what
talking
I'm saying?
about Zero's retirement and whatever and what's going on in the league right now. That's all we talking about right now.
That's right now. LeBron is in the league right now. LeBron is in
We not
Mexico drinking the
listen.
tea.
If you want to have a debate on the next episode about LeBron James, we will have that debate.
All right. So wait, I got a question for the poll for everybody here. So me and Aramis had a poll going last week, and we posed this to you, Juice. LeBron James, Bronny James make his debut. What's the date his first game is, Aramis? October what? 27th or whatever you said his first game is.
22nd.
Oh, I see
22nd.
that.
In his first game, I said that he will be lucky to score 6 points. Aramis, how much did you say?
I said roughly 10.
And then what you say, Juice? We gonna write this down and we gonna follow back up in another month from now. So Juice, we need to have you come back on the show and visit us again. Hope you visit us
Oh,
more than not. But what's your consensus on what Bronny James is gonna drop in his NBA debut? And I think they're playing against Minnesota and Edwards and all them.
all right. So I'm leaning into you, Ray, probably around the 6, maybe lucky 8 range, just because I don't know how long they're gonna have him in there for. You know what I'm saying? This is a new league, this new game speed. You know, obviously they're gonna have him in there for the hype, you know, the ticket sales. But like, it's really up to Bronny and showing how much he's ready. Honestly, like
That's the
I
key
believe it's
thing.
going to be more into the 6 or 8 range. 10
So
is a
so wait a
little
minute, Juice, ain't
generous.
that Juice? That's your team, right? Lakers is your team, right?
Yeah, Lakers is my team.
So because I know Amber's team is Golden State. So let's let it get there. So now, with that being said, if Bronny's going to be starting, what is that starting lineup? Bronny obviously have to play the one. He can't play any other position.
Yeah, because he's short.
So we got Bronny
Hey,
at the one,
man,
and then you get, come on, Juice, give us the starting lineup with Bronny at the one. Where they fall at?
I think honestly, I can't even give you that answer because honestly, to me, sorry, LeBron, I don't think your son should be on the floor yet. I think you should sit
He's
back.
an NBA player. He got drafted.
I
He
know, but I
put
think
his
you should
work
sit
in.
back. And
But you wouldn't want
I
to
think,
start him yet, though. You want him to
yeah,
come
I
No,
off the
think,
they're
I,
going
bench
to
one
start
more
him.
month.
They already said they're going to start him.
I think
Wait,
He's
hold on,
not
Aramis. Isn't
starting.
that what he
I
said?
got the lineup. I got the lineup.
All right, go give us the lineup, Aramis. Give us the line one more time. Hey,
Oh my
Juice, I'm telling you,
god!
they said he's
I got
starting.
the full lineup ready to go.
I can see it, but I don't think they should. Cause I think LeBron should look at his son and say, "Sit back, son. Learn how to ball a little bit." And you know what I'm saying?
On the next level. Wait, let's
Yeah,
in fairness. Hold on, let me say this for our viewers. Bronny can ball. So let's stop acting like he can't play. Now, rather
yeah,
he
no, he
can
can
compete
ball.
He
at an
can,
all-star level. So listen, I don't know if he
but
compete
he's
at
just
an
not best
all-star
on the
level
team.
yet. But at the end of the day, the boy can play. Let's be honest, So now rather he is a bottom level NBA player or a super all-star, which he's not. But at worst case,
Well, I don't know
I
about
feel
Super
like he
All
could
Star
be a
right now.
bottom level, and then it's up to him to work his way up. But he
Yeah,
is an
yeah.
NBA player. We can't take that away from him. So let's
We
not
cannot.
disrespect the man on the platform.
We cannot take it away from him.
Don't disrespect
Honestly,
Bronny.
I'm rooting for Bronny. I'm rooting
Bro,
for Bronny.
even Magic Johnson said, bro, because this man said that if I was LeBron's son, I would have told him, I said, yo, I'm going to the G League. Even Magic Johnson agrees that he's not ready, that he should at least go to the G League and develop himself there. And until he's ready, bring him back in
Oh, okay,
and
so now
let him do that.
let me say this. I've coached the game, so let me tell you from a coaching perspective. Sometimes it's better if you have a solid player with fun. So what I will tell you, how I feel about Bronny, I believe Bronny is very sound fundamentally.
Yeah.
He doesn't really a big super athletic. He can make the little, he's not all that. But to me, he's a solid player as far as fundamentals. And what I will tell you from a coach's perspective, if you're grooming someone to go play at the next level, i.e. Bronny going to the NBA, why, as me as his father and a coach, I would say, hey, you can't play with the dogs. You can't can prepare to play with the dogs unless you're playing with them.
Yeah.
So he has to get out there and taste it. Now, my thing is, if he get out there and taste it and he can't compete, then I would say, hey, now what do we do? Maybe he needs to go back and forth. But so if you guys remember when you play AAU ball, let's say you play 10th grade ball, right? You play up and even. So if I play with 10th grade level, I want to go play with senior level so I can get the taste. So at this point in time, he is a professional player. And if you're in the league, I feel it's better for him to get his bumps and bruises now. And if Bronny takes 2 years to develop, as long as he can stay on the team, he's not going to get any better work than playing in the league.
100%. I get it.
You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, he ain't super flashy and he's not this, but at the end of the day, an organization drafted this man to be in the NBA. My personal belief is just like y'all. I don't see, and you got to remember, what messes up Bronny is this. Your dad is the epitome of the league. So he's at the highest level. And then there's you. So now
let me
we have to stop trying to compare him to be on LeBron's level because he's not LeBron. But what I will tell you is, give me LeBron. Okay, Aramis and you, Juice, on the Golden State Warriors, who's the 12th man on the roster? We ain't heard of him. I don't know him. Who's the 12th man on the roster, Juice, for the Lakers? Besides Bronny. Before Bronny came, who was the 12th man? Because right now, Bronny is moving into the 12th man spot. And he really, like you said, Juice, he really should earn his time. But at the end of the day, if you go through the league and you look on all the teams, we don't know. At least I don't. I can't speak for everybody. But if you go team to team to team and you look at that 12th man spot, I guarantee you, Bronny can compete with some of them.
Yeah, yeah. So let me interject
He ain't
one
competing with
second because
D-Lo.
I agree with you. I agree with you. So I feel it. I feel that little, just like that. You see the movie 300. You see your boy on the mountain. If he come back down with the lion head, then he a man now. I get that. I really
Right.
do. And this is no disrespect. Like you said, I'm rooting for Bronny. I know his abilities is above us, so I'm not, making a shot. But let's just put everything in perspective. If it don't go the way that he planned, is he mentally tough to rebound off that? Because his dad is LeBron James. He really don't have to do this. He's set for life. You know what I'm
Nope.
saying?
Nope.
So is he mentally tough enough to find out that he's not good enough yet and become a better player? Because he could really just sit down in the crib and his kids would be set for life.
Right. Well, to piggyback off of that, if he don't make it, well, let's put it like this here. He it doesn't matter if he because if he gets out there and he can't handle it, what they're going to do is they're just going to put him back on the bench at the 12th man spot, and you're not ready. And then what happens
Yeah.
is you say, okay, we're up by 20. Come on in, LeBron. I mean, Bronny, come on in, finish out the
Yeah.
game, and then you get to work that kind of way. So they're not going to disregard him, and then let
Yeah.
alone they're not gonna get him off the roster spot, because if they get him off the roster spot, then that's a whole fucking with LeBron James thing, and you don't want to piss
And,
LeBron off.
and and you know what though? And I'm gonna let you go, Artemis. But like, that's exactly. I know you said don't compare him to LeBron, and that's very valid, fair. But I really think Bronny has the tools, not even just the physical body, but because your dad is LeBron, to help you become a great player. It's just how bad he wanted. You gotta understand, LeBron comes from Akron, no father, no nothing. That's what I'm
Right,
saying. Like, he had no choice, even if he wasn't the best, even though he was, to get
right.
better. But
He
Bronny
grew up
comes
in the
from a
ghetto.
different world, and that's
He,
and
he
that's
grew
not
up in
me,
the ghetto.
contesting him as a man.
Right, right,
It's not me contesting Bronny as a man. I don't know his manhood, but I'm saying is like he's not in the situation his dad where this is lunch on the table. You know what I'm saying?
right. Yeah, he's a suburbanite.
Yeah. So it's like
All of us was, both of y'all was suburbanites. Y'all grew up in nice homes. They ain't have to worry about this and that unless you decide to jump off the ship.
right.
But it wasn't
So
because
it's
the
like
ship
so it's
wasn't
like
fully loaded with food.
so it's like if you do fail, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, bro? How much basketball mean to you? That's what I basically to sum it up.
Right, right.
Right. All right. So I got the starting lineup, and this is now according to JJ Redick, the starting lineup is, of course, is always been the same. D'Lo, Rui Hachimura. No. It was D'Lo, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, LeBron, 80. That's just the main lineup right there. I wouldn't start LeBron. I want to start Bronny as of right now. Of course, LA is going to have him get some decent amount of minutes just because they're going to see how he is. But of course, just taking the history, I would say put him in and like have him play with LeBron,
Yeah,
and
get that over with. Yeah, get that
right,
piece
just get
over.
that
Get
over.
that
But
monumental piece over with. I get you.
but what I'm hoping is for as far as LA is that when you finish the preseason and you start the regular season, because preseason I probably have him come off the bench
Mhm.
and like just have him come in during halftime, have him come in during the fourth quarter, like just see where he's at right now. But for right now, halftime, have him come in the third quarter, give him
No,
like a few
don't put him
minutes.
in the third quarter. Get him in at the end of the first, beginning of the second, then because if it gets to the third quarter, you still need to win games. We
Yeah,
ain't gonna give you
I
no
know that.
token love at the third quarter. We're gonna give you token love first quarter, early second quarter. That's over with.
I know, but I'm
Yeah.
That's
saying
the token
as
love.
far as I'm saying as far as like because we know how much talent Bronny has. Like we know he's been in the gym. We know he's staying fit, and he's working on his game a lot more better, trying to make it more better. But as far as him going to the NBA and playing against other much talented NBA players, we got to see where he's comfortable with. As far as his shot selection, as far as his playmaking, his passing, his scoring, his rebounding, we got to see what's his strong suit and what's his weakness.
How did he fare? So wait, let me ask Juice or you, Aramis, one of y'all two, because y'all probably know. How did he really fare in the summer league out in Vegas?
To be honest, like I've only watched a few games with just him playing. I've only watched LA and only LA. His shot percentage wasn't that great when he started playing in
summer league.
Yeah, summer league. Because like his shot selection was like it was like a 20-some%. Not good, but that's better than having no percentage at all. So
so he contributed. He just didn't contribute on a high level. I get it. He was summer league player of the summer. I get it. Okay. Right, well, you know what? We gonna have to we got to channel that conversation, and we all gonna tune in on October 22nd. And we're going to have a lot to talk about, I promise you. Because right now, everything is speculation. Bronny is going to answer all of our questions on October 22nd. So for our audience, y'all make sure y'all ready.
I just want to see this man's, like I want to see what's Bronny. Because first thing first, when I'm watching NBA, I don't just watch him to play. I kind of visualize. As far as new players, like I want to see how much can they bring to the table as far as when the starter is, let's say D'Lo is hurt, you're gonna have to bring in Bronny. You're gonna have to, or any other point guard that you have. Like, you don't have any other point guard except for Bronny and D'Lo, because Bronny's the backup and he's only 5'2", so you're gonna have to bring in Bronny. But that means that Bronny has to keep himself ready just in case, if he's needed for this moment.
Oh, he's ready, bro. His dad. You got to remember, too, his dad's the best player on the planet. He's not going to have his son out there unprepared. I can promise you that.
I know that, but I'm saying, like, because, like,
there's no way LeBron is not going to embarrass his family's name by not making sure his son is ready to take that situation. Now, rather his son can get in that situation and become the next star, that's on Bronny. But Bronny's going to be able to handle it where just enough that, LeBron's going to say, hey, maintain it, just don't hurt us.
Right.
And if he can go in there and maintain the flow of the game without hurting us, then he did good. Because at the end of the day, everybody in the world is saying that, they don't for sure, we not this and that, and all of this kind of stuff. But what I will say from a father, and I'm a father, is no way I put my child in this situation knowing that I didn't put the work in with him if it's not personally my damn self, period. And I'm the best player on the planet, speaking if I was LeBron. So there's no way. If we got practice and then we got one-on-one at home. And now you learning from the best in the business. So from that perspective, I feel like that, we all critics and critical of some things. But at the end of the day, I promise you, LeBron James is not going to allow his son to be put in that situation to be embarrassed. And he can get embarrassed. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, because like
everybody get got.
You hear about that, but yeah, as far as Bronny, as far as him developing to get better, yeah, of course LeBron is going to make sure that he gets better over time, and of course, yeah, like LeBron is going to do whatever he can to give him the tools, give him, give him the knowledge, because Bronny's gonna need it at the moment that his father
If
retires.
you can't learn from the best player on the planet and that's your dad, then you need to go find another sport.
Right.
You know what I want to know? Like, last thing I gotta say about Bronny, like, I want to know what's going to be. Yeah, I know this is like in the future, but what's going to be his story? Like every great athlete got a story. LeBron got his
That
come
is
up story.
true. That
Even
is
with
true. Everybody got a story.
even with even with like, not to go off topic, but like Floyd Mayweather, he was like the villain of boxing. But you know why his story's still great? Because he never lost. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I want to know what's going to be persona, because I know he don't want to be the son of LeBron James. But that's like almost an impossible mountain to get over, to say, hey, I was the son of the best player and I'm the best player now. You know what I'm saying? So where is he going to fall? That's what I want to know.
He's probably gonna I would say, I mean, despite how he shapes his story, despite how he starts it and how he finishes it. That's really where all comes down to, because the way how LeBron James started his career, he started off with just averaging 25 points a game, every single game when he came in, because we knew how dominant LeBron was when he came into the league, and in 03. In 03, he struggled a little bit, but going to his next season, he knew, some things that need to be changed. And despite him creating his own story, like he became, he became the next Kobe, the next MJ, the next greatest to do everything within his full career, no injuries, no nothing. He's
Shout out to the T. Shout out to the T.
It ain't no T, bro. It ain't no T. No, but for real. But like, we have witnessed LeBron breaking records back to back to back, breaking Kareem's record, breaking it's, as much as LeBron has done for the NBA, like, we've already seen his story as he played the game. Now it's up to Bronny. We got to see how he's gonna shape his story and see how he's gonna, how he's gonna write it. But not only write it, but like, just see how he's playing, see how he's developed as a player and as a person. Because either way, outside of basketball, the media is out there. It's the way how you address it and the way you say things. Because the media is gonna take what you say and put it out there. You got to be careful with that too. Absolutely. Like, the thing is, LeBron's gonna teach him that. LeBron's gonna teach him some of his ways, in a way where Bronny is going to to do it in a way where it's not going to reflect on him to be of a bad person or a bad player himself. So it's really up to him to how he shapes his story. The same way how LeBron did, it's the same way Bryce can do the same thing. Same thing with Bryce, because once Bryce comes in the year 2028, it's going to be his time to do his story. And by that time, Bronny's still doing his story while Bryce is starting his.
Yeah.
Keep going and going and going.
It's going to be interesting to see.
It is going to be interesting.
Definitely. What we got next, Amos? What's that next topic?
The WNBA, bro. Let's talk about
before we go to WNBA. Wait. Let's stay on NBA right quick. So, what about the trade that we just saw? The big trade that Anthony Thomas is going to the Knicks.
Oh, Karl-Anthony Towns?
Yep.
Cat. See, this is my first time hearing it. That's crazy.
He just got that. That just was breaking news. I saw it yesterday. Julius Randle is going to Minnesota.
Listen, I have been saying this, y'all. Like, literally, I saw this coming. There was a rumor that Cat was going to get traded after last year's appearance in the in the playoffs itself. Like, I it was already in talks. I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I knew that this was gonna happen, because for one thing, the Knicks needed somebody different. Julius Randle, not only is he coming back, but he isn't starting till like
He
till
kept getting hurt though. He couldn't stay
yeah,
healthy when
he's
it
Yeah.
getting
came
hurt,
down to the money.
right, but he's not gonna be officially starting the opening season. He won't start till December. That's the
Again,
thing.
can't stay healthy.
Right. So you
Yeah.
will want somebody who's gonna stay healthy, and that's Carl Anthony Towns.
So let
Right.
me ask you
Or
this. So with that move, and I'm gonna pose it to you, Juice, you, and then I'm gonna pass you, Aramis. How much better does that makes the Knicks? Because the Knicks was one game away from making the Eastern Conference Finals. They took it to Game 7 with Boston. So what you feel about that? How much better does he make the New York? Hold on, the New York Knickerbockers.
Oh my god, bro.
the Knickerbockers.
That that's the
To
true
be
name.
honest with you, I'm not knowing, all the specifics of the trade. I don't know exactly everything, but from the meat and potatoes, I think the Knicks got tremendously better. But I really don't feel like I don't know.
Can they
I
beat
feel like
Boston? Can they beat Boston? Do they have a
so
chance
this
with
is what this
Boston?
is what I'm about
No.
to say. I feel like from a paper standpoint, they got tremendously better. But I think it's really about Carl Anthony Towns. I really think that's an indictment because Julius Randle is a great player when healthy. We know that.
Mhm.
But when healthy, so my thing is you got traded for somebody that don't that's a possible. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be a superstar, and that's a possible. Like we hope he's healthy to work. So that could be an indictment on Cat. Like, hey, bro, you're not really what everybody wants you to be.
I mean, he's an all-star, so I
Yeah, yeah,
mean,
yeah. And but like to elaborate more on that, we all watched the playoffs last year. Cat had glimpses and stuff like that, but we all felt like Anthony Edwards was exhausted because it was times where Cat was ghost town.
Right,
So
how do you feel, Aramis? How do you feel about
but um I'm gonna get to that in a minute, but I want to refer to what you saying about the playoffs where Ant was all tired out. Yeah, he was tired out, but the thing is, Cat was still dealing with that ankle injury going into the start of the playoffs because mind you, he had that same injury during like during almost half of the regular season, and then going into the playoffs, he had that ankle injury. So it's kind of hard for him to, you know, to be able to move a lot more better with the injury. And mind you, he hurt it again. I think they were facing, it was Denver. He hurt it during Denver again, and that kind of slowed him down a little bit. So not only are you dealing with an ankle injury while playing, that's going to slow you down a little bit. And that's happened to me before too, where I had ankle injuries, and it would reflect on you as far as you playing, being able to jump, be able to catch rebounds, be able to shoot, and be able to score. So that's why Ant had to take most of that, most of that shine. And it's
yeah,
really not just Cat though. It was really, Gobert, Mike Conley. Like not everybody
defense
was
player of the
stepping up to the
year.
plate. The
it? Right?
defensive player of the year was not stepping up at all. You feel me? He wasn't stepping up. But to my point on where does Cat fit with the Knicks and how does he help? I feel like he can stay healthy as long as he can. More better than
Let's just say this: he's going to be more healthy than Julius was.
right.
So that can do nothing but help us because other than that, Bright Brunson and then was killing it without
Right,
him.
but I think it is too because for one thing, not only is he a big and can grab boards, but he can shoot the ball too as well. But on top of that, it's like it's more help because another
Yeah.
thing is too like he can rebound better, he can score better, shoot better, and on top of that, like he's you know, and he's a good defender. So it's like Brunson needs that. So when it matters most going into the playoffs, everybody got to be healthy, and Cat can be that type of person who can be healthy. So, did he leave out?
They probably come back. But
All right,
that's a good thing though. But I feel like that it puts them at the 3 spot. I
it
got
does put them at
Boston
the three
one.
spot.
I got Boston one. Obviously, you can't not put Boston at number one. So my consensus for the Eastern bracket is I got Boston one. I got Philly catapulted into number 2 with the addition
Okay,
of
so
of Pete
hold on.
of George, and then
All
I
right,
put Knicks at 3.
all right, so hold on. I didn't know we had comments right now. So this is coming from Queen Nay. So she's regarding as far as Brownie, how many points that he should, how many points he's going to be averaging as far as in the league. She says 6 points for 6 points for sure, 6 points or lower, and then she said not going to play every quarter, and then
Absolutely, that's about facts.
right.
He's
So
not
I
play every quarter.
and I agree with that too. Not playing every quarter. Yeah, he's not
No,
going to.
no.
Not every rookie is gonna play every single quarter, and the coach knows that 100%. And the show said D-Rose son plays in the NBA. No, because he's still young, so he's not there
Yeah.
yet. But
Who
I'm sure
who is
he
who is
trained.
that? Who is that in the comments?
Queen
Queen
Nash.
A. Shout out to
Shout
Queen
out
A.
to Queen A. Shout out to
Yup.
Queen A.
Thank
Thank
you,
you for
Queen
the
Nash,
questions. We appreciate
for
that.
coming in and
Thank you for
commenting. Thank you
supporting the
so much.
platform.
Thank you for the love. Make
Yes,
sure
thank
you
you, thank you.
subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, hit the
Definitely.
like button so you can get any live, any posts, or any recording. Thank you so much.
Right. So, like
But
I
yeah,
said, I got New York at 3, and then it's we can go down the list from there. But I still don't think that they're going to be above Philly with PG going over there.
well, remind you that they just signed Michael Bridges too, and he's gonna be playing with Josh Hart, and and like just signing, trading for Michael Bridges and Cat. That's gonna be of a big, like that.
Oh,
That's gonna be
I
huge.
didn't know they picked him up too. That's
Yeah,
tough
Michael
right there.
Bridges is, what I'm saying, like his defense is on another level too. And on top of that, of his height and his wingspan, like he has a long wingspan. He can rebound. He can rebound good. His scoring is good, and I feel like with Michael and Cat, that does put them at the 3 spot. So I will agree with you on that. Knicks are belonging in the 3 spot, but they got to be careful who they face, because
Mhm.
if they got to face the Pacers again, then
Yeah, the Pacers is a sleeper team,
right,
and they young. Them boys
right.
young,
So
young,
so,
young.
but the thing is, everybody got to stay healthy. Not one person better be hurt, because if one person hurt, that
Did I
person
check that?
could be the key player.
Yeah, we,
You
we just
go
have to
further.
pray. Like I don't, I pray that no players be hurt going into the playoffs, because at the end of the day, we want to see good basketball. Let's get to it. So we can always say if somebody get hurt, but at the end of the day, us being analysts and trying to break the game down, we have to break it down from the perspective what the roster read. And then if an injury, because that's just like you could take if LeBron's hurt, Lakers are done. If Curry get hurt, Golden State's done. So
Yeah.
we can play that game, but at the end of the day, we have to look at it from a trajectory that hey, with a healthy roster, how does this impact us playing against a healthy Boston, a healthy Philly, a
Can
healthy
I ask Artemis a
Indiana?
question? Artemis.
Yo,
So I know you're real knowledgeable in basketball. I'm sitting here debating with myself in my head. I'm not sure. Not from a talent perspective or height perspective, but do you think solid wise, like just good organized basketball, this is the best rosters that the Knicks had in the minute?
I feel like the Knicks has had issues regarding when Melo leaving and getting traded to somewhere else. So despite them losing Melo, the Knicks has been, the only team that hasn't had a solid good record. But ever since they recruited Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, they became a lot more better. And
Mm.
despite them bringing Michael Bridges, Josh Hart, and just like a full of talented people, they had bumped their ratings higher and given them a solid chance to be at a much better spots going into the playoffs and having much better opportunity facing a team that they know that they can beat. So regarding when they now the time they got Cat, like Uncle Ramon said, they are now sitting in the third spot. If they were to go into the NBA, like if the playoffs started right now, Knicks are in the third spot, 100%. They're in the third spot. So yeah, so the Knicks have gotten a lot more better over the years, ever since Melo, stopped playing with them. So yeah, and it's because of Jalen Brunson. It's because of his effort, his work method, and the way how he's developed his gaming with the Knicks and has practiced and developed it so much better that he has became, like that the leader of that team and help this team get a lot more better so that they can, proceed to, have a solid career playing each individual team. So yes, I do agree that the Knicks have been a lot more better over the years, and I can see them
I,
getting a
I
lot.
think that I think that that's they probably the more with them two pieces you just said. I would say that's the most solid roster they've had
Yeah,
since
it's the most solid
period.
one.
Because right now
Yeah.
that's two epic pieces. They got rid of one and got two.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's a good thing too. And
You know
and
what I mean?
I was surprised when they got Jalen Brunson because I was confused of why they didn't use him that well in Dallas. Because remind you, he got drafted in Dallas. He was
Yeah.
behind Luca. The
Right.
only time he actually got some sunlight was when Luca was hurt, and he actually
Well,
had a
well, the
tremendous
reason why
game.
the Mavericks got rid of Brunson is because at the end of the day, when you
Knicks
have
needed
a
a point
player
guard.
like Luca, and that they started that we're going to play big ball. We're going to bring Luca and play the one. So now if you bring a Luca play the one, and this is how we going to win. Shout out to the Mavericks because the Mavericks was right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If it wasn't for the fact that what's his name? Well, I'm having a brain fart, but what's his name? That what's called it couldn't pick up the pieces with him. You know what I'm saying? They
about
would have
Jason
been.
Kidd,
No. I'm talking about the
Kyrie.
guard. What's the guard? Kyrie. Yeah, Kyrie couldn't pick. Kyrie
Kyrie.
couldn't handle. Kyrie. I think I say couldn't handle, but you got to remember Kyrie is going towards the back half of his career, so he could have sustained dropping the 15 to 20 points that they need him to do every game. So then that's why I said that. Hey, they're going to play big boy ball. Got rid of Brunson, and then with the addition of the they bring in Klay Thomas, it's a problem. That is a
Mm.
problem when you have Kyrie, best handler, ball handler in the game, Luca, and then you bring in Clay, that's a problem. So that's a West Coast
Yeah, it was
conversation. I
getting
know we're
scary
talking
for
about
a
the
little
East Coast.
bit. It was a scary sight for a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, when they just picked up Clay, so Clay is a new addition to them. Got tricked. He didn't. He chose not to sign back with Golden State, so that's going to be something to watch for.
Well, I mean, nah, I wouldn't say he didn't choose to sign. It's just that they didn't have any available opening contract to sign it because remind you, he played this whole career without a contract. So
Yeah,
we already knew that this was gonna happen either way. But
right,
they were trying hard to work something out to keep Klay Thompson in Golden State. And
right.
I'm a Golden State fan myself, and I did some research myself that they didn't have any possible way to keep Klay at all. Because
With the
remind
cap
right,
space, he was it
the
was
cap
that. Yeah,
space was too tight. You know why? Because you just offered Kaminga a contract. Well, I mean, you offered him a contract. Don't know what his is. You offer Curry a 1 year deal contract on top of the 3 or 4 year contract that he was given a max. On top of
What did
that,
Curry get? One deal,
contract.
1 year, 50 million?
Huh?
What did Curry get? 1 year, 50 million?
No, 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 no. It was
Crazy.
no. It was 1 year, 60.1 million
That's crazy, bro.
max
That is
contract, 1 year.
crazy.
And
I,
and
I,
and
Dude.
and to be honest, it's Curry, Braun, and KD that has 60 million contract. All three of them. All three of them are on a 60 million contract.
All I
yeah.
gotta say today is well deserved.
It is well deserved. It is. But I mean, like, I want you guys to pay on that too, because like how do you guys feel about Clay? Not only was Golden State trying really hard to keep Clay, I wanted Clay gone because I really do. I feel like he needs a fresh new start with a new team. And I feel like there are some pieces out there that a team needs and that where he belongs. Now, I want to start off with you, Uncle Ramon. What other team besides Dallas do you think Clay Thompson can fit best with?
Well, at the end of the day, he is used to being a winner. You understand what I'm saying? And he is a valuable piece in the league, period. So let's understand he's a sharpshooter. That's what he do. He come in and shoot the three ball. And he shoots it at a high rate. We can pull up his numbers and all of that. And the man shoots at a high rate. He probably shooting at least high 30s, low 40s for career from the three ball. I'm not for sure numbers, Amos, you probably know, but at the end of the day, we know he's one of the best shooters in the league to this day. Of course, we know Curry is number one, but I'm just saying he got to be within the top 5 for sure, and I don't even know the stats. So with that being said, he could go to any contender and make an impact if they have room to pay him.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm
Jude.
saying? So that's for that question right there. You know, it just gonna be, who is that market to hire him? Because at the end of the day, he could have went to the Lakers.
He
He
cut
went to
up.
the Lakers. Lakers is now moving into the number 2 slot or 3 slot in the West Coast versus them being in the 7th, 8th spot. You talking about a premier player coming in on any team. Anybody that we talk about, if you bring in a Klay Thompson, we talking about playoff contenders. He catapults them from wherever you at to within the top 3. Period.
Right. All right,
So,
Juice.
so you know what I mean. So that's just the honest truth
So
about him
we
because of the kind of player he is.
Right. All right, Juice. I want your opinion on, and I know you're a Lakers fan too. So like you can try to you can put him on your team, but I want you to pick a team and your best interest on what do you think that Clay Thompson can fit best with,
so
besides
we
Dallas.
talking no contracts, right? Like just any fantasy
Yeah,
team.
no
Yeah,
contract.
no,
Just bring
just
him in.
no
Yeah.
contract, and he was available to be picked up. What team would you think he would fit best with?
This might be an unpopular opinion, but I'd like to see Klay Thompson on the Nuggets.
Ooh,
And the reason why,
What?
is because
hold on, the
Jamal
Nuggets.
Murray, Jamal Murray and Jokic running that pick and roll, right? You're gonna get tired chasing them.
Oh
Michael
yeah.
Porter Jr., another young fresh. They got young fresh legs everywhere, but like Ray just said, one of the highest shooter, at a high clip 3 ball. Him sitting in that corner, you're gonna lose him. He's slow paced. You're gonna lose him, and that could be a dagger at the end of the game for them. So I think the Nuggets
Yeah.
would be a good.
Well, the only thing I would say to that is you're right, because at the end of the day, we can play devil's advocate and say, hey, fuck it, send him to Boston,
And look, this
and
too.
then here we
Right,
go. But
right.
but
Check
now
this
what I
out,
will say is
because
that the commissioner would not allow it.
Yeah.
He wouldn't allow it
look,
because that's the same thing when he wouldn't allow Chris Paul CP to go play with LeBron. He blocked the trade. Because if CP would have been there, the Lakers probably would have won. And that's the time could you imagine back then when LeBron and them first came, when they won in LA, when you got CP, LeBron, and AD, come on, bro, they might have repeated with that situation. So at the end of the day, we can play that game, but at the end of the day, you have to make it in fairness to the league to make it competitive. Because if you send him to Denver with the Joker, are you kidding me? Really? Joker's the best player in the league, period, right now. And I want your opinion. Do you feel that Joker is the best player in the league right now?
Repeat.
Any one of y'all.
Juice, you go ahead first because I need a minute to think about this.
Repeat the question, Ray.
So his question is: Do you think Jokic is the best player in the league right now?
I think he's the best center.
Best center.
I ain't gonna go player. I ain't gonna go play, but I think he's the best center because man, Jokic is just one of them players that's like not the physique of LeBron, but just his style play. He it's like he's gonna play forever. If he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? No over the top athleticism. No, like just wow factor to his game. He just simply know how to play basketball, and I think he's the best center right now. But as far as player, I don't know if I can give that to Jokic right now.
So who you give? Who you give, Juice? I mean, the floor is open. Let's talk about it.
I mean, it's biased because LeBron's my favorite player. You know what I'm saying? It's biased, but
so right now you got LeBron as number one player in the league right now today.
He's been number one. He's been like that for years. He's literally been.
I'm talking about season. I'm talking about this season coming in. You got LeBron rated as number one on your board. Hey,
it's one of Ray. It's one of them things. It's like until you show me different, I can't really. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I'm gonna be honest.
So let me switch it around and Amos, I'm gonna swing it to you. Get right now today. We talking about today, right? Who is the top 3 players in the league today? Not versus on career. We talking about today. And I want them 1, 2, and 3 in the order which you feel. And you start, Amos, and then we'll pass it to Juice. Top 3 today, not based on career. So we have to say going into this season, 2024, 2025, who do you feel is the top 3?
I'm definitely going to be honest with this one. I was going to say LeBron at 1, but I'm going to have to go Jokic at 1. Just despite how he's going to be this year, like he's been for the past few years. He's gonna do the same thing this year. Averaging as much as far as rebounds.
Jokic at 1. Who's 2?
The 2, I'm gonna have to go with Curry at 2. I have to go with him because.
All right, Juice. Okay, Amos, go ahead. You got Joker at 1. Who's 2?
2 is Curry. 100% 2 is Curry because I feel like he's gonna do a lot more better this year, despite all the hate comments of. That he's received, and I feel like he's gonna take advantage of that and just prove everybody wrong that he can do it without no help. Then at the 3 spot, I got LeBron at the 3.
That's solid. Shout out to that. That's a solid. That's a solid. What about you, Juice? You up 1, 2, and 3. And give us whatever you want to give us on it, however you want to break it down, and give us what, player for player, how you want to support it. 1, 2, and 3.
I'm going Braun 1 because it's been like that since the beginning of times. Like now, I'm going Braun 1. I'm going Jokic 2.
Okay.
All right.
3. You know what? At 3, I'm going out on a limb. 3, I'm going Ant-Man.
Wow.
I was not expecting that. I'm gonna be honest. I was not expecting that.
Shout out Ant-Man.
Okay, Ant, you the top 3, boy.
The Juice has put Ant at number 3, best player in the NBA. You heard it here first. Basketball truth and knowledge. Wow.
Oh
Now let me
man.
ask you this.
Yo,
Now
somebody
with
cut
with
that.
that shocker,
Somebody cut
can
that
you
right
please
now.
give us some supporting documentation? And that's great, but why do you feel Ant moves into the three? Because now you're saying based on what you feel he's gonna project it to do this year. And let's keep in mind, Ant is a standing player and he's a Olympic player. So we're not talking about somebody who ain't got resume behind them. But go ahead, Juice. I'm curious to really know why you feel that. So that means that you're saying that you feel that Ant this season is going to surpass and have even more of a breakout to become the next level to move into that three spot. Give me some
I
feedback on
believe
that.
so, and this is why I believe so. Of course, we got the Currys and the KDs of the world, and all the superstars that we already know. But then, all right, let's focus on KD. Love KD. Shout out to KD. We from the same state. But how many times have we got him into situations with big players, good play like just last season, bro, had Bradley Beal and Devin Booker on the same team, man. And it was a disappointment. I know there's a lot of factors that go to it, but it was a disappointment. I think KD is already submitted to where he's going to be in, in NBA history in his career. It's going to be one of the greats, but not the greatest. Ant-Man still has a chance to be one of the greats, maybe even over, one of the people that we think so high up on the list. I think he showed a lot of promise last year. Only thing is that fatigue. That fatigue got to him. It happens to the best of us. I think he's still hungry. I think they didn't give him the respect that he deserved, though, on that Olympic team with the time. I think he should have played a lot more. So I think he got something to really, really prove. And I think Ant-Man showed that he got a different level to him.
Wow. So you know what? I respect that. I respect that because at the end of the day, you got to look at it like this. And I'm gonna say it from remember Aaron, that's how we start when you invited me and we got into the podcast. Remember I kept paraphrasing as old guard, new guard. So at some point, LeBron is going to be the old guard. He just been
You got to get him out the way.
sustained. Yeah, he's sustaining. KD, I agree with you on KD because KD's best years, far as the elite level, was when he was at Golden State. And once he left
Right.
Golden State, he been sour. Not sour that his career is sour, but he's never been able to get back to that high horse where he was at Golden State. So I agree with you on that. And then now he's moving into the bottom of the career.
Before you go, Artemis, I just want to say thanks. Just the add on piggyback to what you say, Ray. I really also feel like our heroes, Artemis, like around our age group, it's starting. They starting to get out the back door. Like it's a new era now. And
Yeah.
I think that and is got to be the lead torch of saying move over LeBron, move over KD, move over CP. Like this is my show now, and I think this is a year that he could really prove that.
Okay, all
Right.
right. So look, I posed a question to this too. So now that we're witnessing the new era, give me your top four best players that you witnessed so far that belongs in, as far as the top four rankings for being the best player. So just I'm gonna go with you first. So pick your four best new era players as of today.
I would we consider a new era though. Like what years?
I'm talking like
Less than 5 years in the league.
right. So like I probably say like 20, like 2019, 2020,
And up
2021. Like start from 2019 till
to
this year.
now.
Yeah, till now. Because 2019 was the year where we started getting like some new player era coming in.
So I don't know. I don't know if this counts because I don't know if he was drafted in that era, but he's just like you said. He's just getting his shine. I put Jalen Brunson up there. I don't know if that counts, but Jalen
Yeah,
Brunson
No, that
I
counts.
think
is.
I
We'll take
drafted
Brunson.
him.
We'll take Brunson. That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good
Brunson
one.
for sure. Yeah,
I
but
think
yeah,
Brunson.
because Brunson is a new era in anyway. He is
Yeah.
yeah, so he's new era.
I'll take Brunson. I'll take what's young boy? I'll take okay, of course, Ant-Man. Let's get that out of the way. Brunson,
Yep.
Ant-Man, and
Well, let's go 3.
what's
Let's just
Tyrese
go 3.
Halliburton? I like his game.
Tyrese Halliburton. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Him at the 3. Okay.
So let me jump in. I don't know all of the new ones, but I do like Brunson, and I don't know if Tatum fit. I think Tatum been in the league about 7 years, right?
Tatum is still in the new era.
Yeah, so I would say Tatum. For me, I would go Tatum. I could put Brunson in there. I would put Ant-Man in there. But the one kid that we haven't been talking about that I feel, bar none, is going to jump in front of a lot of folks is my guy from France, Wambi.
Okay. So you got.
I have to tell you that I think that guy there, I call him the alien.
He is.
Man, listen.
Actually, you know what? He has his own personal shoe brand already. In his rookie year, he has made his own shoe. And I think it's called like the Wambi Alien 1 or something like that.
Man,
and
listen.
I like the shoe. I like it. It's pretty. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Wambi. Send us some shoes over here. What basketball shooting now? Get us some shoes, Wambi.
Yo, bro.
Hey, man, size 12. Let's get it.
Yeah. But for me.
So, Juice. I said that the player you stepped away for a minute, but the player that I think that everybody that you add, shout out to them. Fantastic new guard. But I said another player that I think is going to pass all of them. And it might not be this year, but by next year, it's gonna be Wambi, the alien.
Okay. He in a different class though. Yeah, I forgot about him. He's in a
Yo, that dude is a problem.
He is. All right.
So he remind me of a Giannis when Giannis came in the league. Now, if you take him at 7'7" and you put about another 30 pounds of muscle on him, the league is going to be on notice, bro.
All right. So here's mine. Here's mine. Mine's going to be a little bit more challenging a little bit. So I'm gonna have to go with John Morant. John Morant at 1 because I love his game. Despite him coming back from his injury, he is healthy now. He is prepared to play in the opening season. Looking forward to see him dominate this year. So I definitely got Ja at 1, and then I'm gonna have to go with Luka. I love Luka. Just despite how hungry he is, how determined he is to do what's necessary to get better and improve, and just let his game talk for itself. He doesn't talk too much, let his game talk for itself, and I like that as a player because that's basically how I am. Like, I don't talk too much trash. I just let the word do his talk, and and if I beat you, you should not be talking. you should not be talking. So I got Ja, Luka, and then my third one, I'm gonna have to go with. This is surprising too, so I'm gonna have to pick. It's tough. It's either between Tyrese Halliburton or I'm gonna have to go with Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, I like Jaylen Brown. He's got that dog mentality. He's got that, he's definitely got that, that physicality whenever he's bull rushing into the paint. Like it's just like we seen that when they faced who was it? Mavs, like it was bull rushing them every single time. Indiana bull rushing them every single time he go to the paint, dunking on boys, scoring efficiently. Like his ability to attack the paint simultaneously, doesn't matter if you're big or not. He will attack that paint and catch you off guard. Same thing with Tatum. Tatum will do the same thing. Will catch you off guard. His little slow pull up, like it's like his. It's based on the time reaction. Whenever you're going to a pull up, to for layup, it doesn't matter. But I just like this 3 because it kind of fits perfect. Because for one, you got Ja. Like, we all know what Ja's known for. Luka, we know what he's known for. Jalen, we know what he's known for. So I like that group right there. So that's my Ja.
You know what I will say? That we all brought. We talking about the new era, and I want to say that thanks for all of y'all, because y'all, when we said them peoples we all just said. That, to me, that makes the NBA going to have a bright future. Because when LeBron finally signs off, when KD finally signs off, when Kyrie signs off, I think that these players that we just mentioned is going to carry the torch for us, and we ain't going to have no trouble.
Right. All right.
No trouble watching good football, good basketball. So that was good to hear that, because some of them I forgot about, but at the end of the day, those are the new guard of the NBA.
Oh, wait. I forgot one more. Paolo Banchero is another one, too. Watch out for him as well, too, because he is looking to, to get more better. Paolo Banchero is another player you want to watch and be careful of him. Jalen Green is another one, too. We see him, taking his team to getting close to being into the playoffs. I love how, how determined he is to make his team going to the next step higher.
Right.
So yeah, that's another player you want to watch out for too. Oh, and De'Aaron Fox, definitely him as well.
Yeah, and Melo. Don't forget about Melo Ball. Let's not
Melo
talk about
too,
it.
But
Melo Ball.
I'm gonna say him last only because I gotta see him play a full season when he's healthy, and I gotta see him improve on just his player type, and also Lonzo will be coming back too. So Lonzo, I'm gonna say Lonzo as well. So I'm gonna say Melo, Lonzo last, put Ant in that conversation as well. So these players that I've named, and I know there's more players after, but these players that I named and more are to be found to be the next new era and much more better era than our old era right now. But my question is, who do you think will be the new face of the NBA once LeBron leaves and everybody else leaves? Who do you think will be the next face of the NBA?
So wait, before we answer that, Aramis, let's answer that, and then I'm going to have to close off because I have to make a run, but I definitely enjoyed this podcast, man. Listen, this is some good shit that we talking here. Stay tuned. Some good shit. But who's the face of? So I'm going to end it with who's the face of the NBA, and then if I'm going to say it, I'm going to start first. I say the face of the NBA projection in 2 years is the alien Wambi.
Okay, so Wambi, you got next face of the NBA is Wambi. Okay, Juice, what about you?
I think Wambi is the Wimby. That's what Wimby is the correct answer, but to the youth, like the real audience, it's Ja
Morant.
Ja, yeah. I mean, hey,
to the kids,
it's either between Ja Morant or because to be honest, here's other players that the media is determined to be the next player, next face in the NBA. It's Ja, Luka, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Like those are the players that are and definitely be the next face.
Well, listen, I don't take nothing away from Ja because he put in some work. You know what I'm saying? Right. He just, to me, I just need to see, a little bit more leadership from him, and because when you step into that category, you still got to be able to be an ambassador for the league. So, I love what John doing. So I'm gonna look forward to see if that can be what it is. Because I do respect the man game, no doubt.
Right. Okay. So
what about you, Aramis? What about you?
I say, hold on. I say Ja though too. Like just to elaborate real quick before you go. I say Ja too, just because it's not just about we talking about basketball, but I'm talking about from like a marketing stance too. Like these kids gravitate around Ja to be the face of like when you think about basketball, you're gonna think about Ja.
Right.
That too.
Wow.
For me, I'm gonna have to say Luka because despite that, that
Solid.
I do see interest in him being the new face of the NBA. If Ja doesn't become the new face of the NBA, I'm gonna have to say either Luka or Wemby. One of those three are gonna be the new face of the NBA. But LA. But I want to say this too, just before I close this off with something else I want to talk about. LA is determined to make Luka the new face of the LA Lakers once LeBron leaves. They are looking to to do a trade with him if Luka decides to leave Dallas and go somewhere else. LA is
Man, you tripping. You think Cuba gonna let Luka go? Cuban ain't gonna let Luka go.
No, I'm saying but
Cuban ain't gonna let that boy go. Mark Cuban got all the money in the world.
Rumored, though.
Oh, it's a rumor. Okay.
Yeah,
but you know what I will say, Aramis? You might be onto something because at the end of the day, the franchise of the even for John Moran, I'm gonna tell you how the franchise go. You still gotta piggyback on the big market. So the big markets in the league is LA. You got Boston. You know what I mean? Those are some of the biggest markets in the league where that I could see where Luka would transition to move to the next step to a bigger market city. So I can see where that could be, where he take in for LeBron. I can see that.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
Hey, shout out to Luka though too, real quick. Like, first of all, also Artemis and Ray, I appreciate y'all for putting me on this platform. Give me a chance to voice my opinion. Been nothing but great, but. This might be a little off topic, but shout out to Luka because I ain't gonna lie. Luka proved to me that he's really a player because when I first started watching him, I'm not saying I'm a basketball, expert, but when I first started, I thought he was putting up a lot of bull, a lot of half-court shots, a lot of bang, and I'm like, this is bull. But he kept doing it.
Consistently.
Yeah,
it's like you had no choice but to be like, nah.
Hey, Luka play an old man game. He play a slow game, but he's so big and strong, you can't do nothing with him.
Right,
he looks like he makes the game slow.
Right. But the thing is too is the fact that how he has how he has changed up and slowed down his game a lot more better has made him much of a killer and more of a bigger issue. On top of that, his game is very simple. Switching with a bigger guy, I'm gonna take you down regardless. So it's that's every team who faces Luka has always made one biggest mistake. Don't put a big guy on Luka because Luka's gonna find his way to maneuver around him and shoot over him. You gotta, it's just hard to guard Luka. It's hard to guard Ja.
So let me say this with y'all, and that goes back to what we said that why they got rid of Brunson. Because shout out to Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd pushing that organization to the max, and they decided, hey, Luka could be the next franchise face of the franchise, and with getting rid of Brunson and moving Luka to the one, he creates mismatches all game because no one guard can check him, and if you move a big on him, he's too slow and not mobile enough. But anywhere it go with Luka moving to the one with his size, that's a problem all the way around. So I I'm not gonna let y'all convince me about the alien, but I would say damn near them two. I could go with that. And shout out to Luka because at the end of the day, he is a problem.
And last thing I gotta say about him is just like his style, like you said, he slowed his pace down. He's so herky jerky, man. Meaning like, what do you do? Like if he gets you off your feet, he's blowing right past you. But he stop stutter. You can't stop your feet either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's really real hard to guard him, man. His pace is on his own rhythm.
Right.
So fans got the music running. You know what it is. My co-host got to, so he got to leave up out of here. So I got to, Gotta end the show off with a good note.
Hey, we've been going strong, an hour and a half, yo. Shout out to, hey man, Juice, thank you. Hey, Juice, I would like to let you know anytime you want to jump on. I don't know, Aramis, man, listen, we'd love to have you, as often as you have some time to come in, because you brought some good knowledge to help the platform today, and I want to thank you, my brother, for coming in and showing us some love today.
Man.
Live, shout out from the West
man.
Coast, San Diego in the house, y'all. San Diego in the house, West Coast in the building.
Yep. Thank you, Artemis. Thank you, Ray, for letting me be on this platform, and
of course, man.
I hope everybody enjoyed it. Juice out.
All right, man. But hey, Juice, man. If you have any people that you know that watches basketball, share this podcast, Basketball Truth and Knowledge, to anybody who watches basketball. Maybe if you got somebody who you want to bring them on the show. Let them talk about what they want to talk about, and we'll do is that. But
of course.
But thank you guys for joining to live. We saw we got some comments going on. Thank you guys so much for love and support. Just keep it going. So next episode is going to be based on the WNBA semifinals. So we'll talk more about that. We tried to fit it in today, but we couldn't because we're talking, there's so much to talk about. So Ray, hopefully we can fit that in the next episode.
We'll get that back in next week, no doubt. WNBA is in full effect right now, so But hey, man, Aramis, Basketball Truth and Knowledge, I'm your co-host Ray.
Co-host Aramis.
We out.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.